In the previous section, we looked at different rabbinic texts, including Mishnah Kiddushin, Tosefta Kiddushin, and Mishnah Yevamot, to understand why the rabbis of the Mishnaic period understood Jewish identity as exclusively tied to the mother. But the perspective of the rabbis during that period was not simply founded on their own understanding of halakha. It was actually based upon several biblical passages. And what we want to do in this section is we want to review those different texts. Deuteronomy 7:3 and 4 states the following: Velo titchaten ba, bitecha lo titen livno, ובתו לא תיקח לבנך, כי יסיר את בנך מאחרי ועבדו אלוהים אחרים, וחרה אף אדוני בכם, וחיש מידך מהר. Neither shall thou make marriages with them, thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. For he will turn away from thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you, and he will destroy thee quickly. The prophet Malachi, in chapter 2, verse 11, also states, Bagda Yehuda veto'eva ne'esta b'Yisrael, u'Yerushalayim ki hilel Yehuda, Kodesh Adonai asher achev, Uva'al bat el nechar. Judah hath dealt treacherously, and an abomination is committed in Israel and in Jerusalem. For Judah hath profaned the holiness of the Lord which he loveth, and hath married the daughter of a strange god. The book of Nehemiah, or Nehemiah, chapter 13, verses 23 through 26, provides probably the strongest basis, along with the book of Ezra, for the idea that Jewish identity is tied to the mother. Gam beyamim hachem ra'iti et hayehudim hoshivu nashim ashdadiyot amaniyot moabiyot uvenechem chatzi medaber ashdodit ve'enam makirim ledaber yehudit וכיל שון עם ועם, ואריב עמם, ואקלם, ואכה מהם אנשים, והם רתם ואשביעם, באלוהים אם תיתנו, ונותיכם לבניהם, ואם תישאו מבינותיכם לפניכם ועליכם, הלא על אלה חטא. שלמה מלך ישראל ובגויים הרבים, לא היה מלך כמוהו, ואהוב לאלוהיו היה, ויתנהו אלוהים מלך על כל ישראל, גם אותו החטיאו הנשים הנחריות. In those days I also saw the Jews that had married women of Ashdod, of Ammon, and of Moab. And their children spoke half in the speech of Ashdod, and could not speak in the Jews' language, but according to the language of each people. And I contended with them, and cursed them, and smote certain of them, and plucked off their hair, and made them swear by God, You shall not give your daughters unto their sons, nor take their daughters for your sons, or for yourselves. Did not Solomon king of Israel sin by these things? Yet among many nations was there no king like him, and he was beloved of his God, and God made him king over all Israel. Nevertheless, even him did the foreign women cause to sin. And finally, in the book of Ezra, chapter 10, verse 10, we find what the result of Nehemiah's confrontation with these individuals is. It says, Ve'ata tenu toda l'Adonai Elohei avotechem, ve'asu retzono, ve'kid badlu me'ameh ha'aretz, umin hanashim hanachriyot. And now therefore make confession unto the Lord, the God of your fathers, and do his pleasure, and separate yourselves from the peoples of the land and from the foreign women. Now, it's clear from the book of Ezra and Nehemiah that these individuals, including some of the priesthood, are forced to divorce their non-Jewish wives, and the children of these unions are sent away along with the women. So the biblical basis is the foundation for later rabbinic ideas on what constitutes Jewish identity. And it's clear, at least from this latter two passages, that matrilineal status is critical.